Welcome back aboard Blurred Force One with your boys Mo and Lottie. And today we're going to be reviewing season 1, episode 10 of My Adventures with Superman. And it's called Hearts of the Fathers. It's the season finale of the animated show. And it's coming to you from Toonami and streaming on Max. So, what did we think about it? And should you be watching? And before we get into the review, get down there, hit like on this video. Well, Lottie, I have to say, after last episode, I was like, how the hell are they going to top like what went on in episode 9? And I'll be damned if they did not just like go just over the top and just completely nail the season finale here. I'm not, spoiler alert, I thought this was an awesome episode. So like if that's just all you want to know from us, I guess you can leave, but you really ought to hear about what we have to say about the entirety of the episode. It's Thanksgiving on the Kent farm, and guess who's coming to dinner? Not a welcome sight. And also some alien tech goes off, and we get some sneak previews of who we're going to be seeing in season 2. So, Lottie, man, I love this. What did you think about it?
Like I said, this show seems to age like a fine wine. Every episode is better than the last, and this 10th episode was not to disappoint. But just so I get it out there, you know, someone better pick up that phone.
Why?
Cause I fucking called it. I'm not gonna spoil it yet. There was doubt. There was doubt, and I pretty much changed how I felt. But the entire time I was fucking right.
You were right about two things in this. You're right about two things at the end in that stinger for the season 2. But like the episode itself, man, like how did they manage this? How did they manage to make Smallville so dope? Smallville,
Yeah.
I like they managed it. It was cool. Yeah, and even it's actually this episode was actually really interesting and kind of tense and everything before all of the superpower shenanigans went down. You know.
Yep.
So
This episode was good. Like you said, not just like the fighting. It's the character development that we see. We see one character that you know never would have thought, kind of should have guessed. Should have guessed because of the last name.
yeah.
But
Well, they never said They never called him Lane. They call Waller only called him Sam up to this point. But like I've literally been calling him General Lane this whole time because I knew it was fucking General Lane. If you ever read a comic book or seen anything else Superman related, you know that Lois's dad is a general. That's it.
yeah,
I mean, but still, and also they very clearly portray them as Asian, right? I mean, like, let's put two and two. I'm not saying every Asian is related to each other, but I mean, I know there's a General Lane, and I know that Lois is Asian. So, like, and he's Asian. I mean, this isn't hard to put those together. So,
yeah.
what do you two think? Like, you think about the whole bit where they're doing Thanksgiving dinner, and Clark is just like, "Oh, holy shit, this is that guy," and Lois is just like, holy shit, my dad's an ass. Just and even Martha Kent, who how do you know that name? But Martha Kent, she she's just like, she's the nicest person in the world, and she's like, she want to hit him with a rolling pin.
She was like, I cannot stand him. But her daughter is so sweet, so I'm gonna make it work. Even though he's no matter what the meanest stuff he says. And then the father had it right. He's just like, I'm gonna pretend like I'm trying to cook this turkey. So I can miss all that drama.
Man, Jonathan was, well, he was lording over that stove like it had like the fountain of youth in it. Good night. And he still fucked the turkey up. That's
Yeah.
the messed up thing. No, I mean, I thought all the tension in there was really good. I do like that made sure like General Lane. I think they've already kind of established. Lane's not wrong. Like he experienced something terrible. He is afraid it's going to happen again, and that is entirely why he's acting the way he's acting.
Yeah.
And he also has, because of that experience, has more or less had a fucked up relationship with his daughter. Like
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's pretty. So he's doing what he thinks is right, and yet still managing to to basically not get it together, I guess you could say. And it's I am I'm sympathetic, and I understand he actually isn't a cold blooded killer, because I mean he has a chance in here, a couple times. But he's still a soldier, and he's trying to do what he thinks is going to protect the Earth. I thought that was good stuff. Um,
And we also mentioned how this, in my opinion, is the most frightening and highest stakes version of kryptonite I've ever seen.
Hell yeah, it's not just because
It's
usually
not it's
yeah.
not a meme.
Yeah, usually it's just like, oh no, I can't move like that, or he's fall. No, this is just like it reaches out and infects you. And like when we see a point where, you know, if Clark is just around it, he's just suddenly, he's got like horrible poisoning in him. But if he touches it, it's forming, crystals on him, and all of the Krypton tech gets crystallized and stuff. So I think you're right. This is the worst form of kryptonite, because it doesn't just hurt Kryptonians, it literally makes more of itself with when it interacts with Kryptonian anything.
Yeah, because like before kryptonite, all it was just weak. All kryptonite as it ever shown, it just makes Superman mortal. It doesn't like literally kill him. He just becomes weak because he's not used to having a mortal body. But this one is like literally it being right next to him is like putting him through the worst pain possible.
Right.
Like in my opinion, that is the best version of kryptonite that I've ever seen. Where it's like literally like I'm like, holy shit, they need to get this shit as far away from them as possible. Like if like people figure out like kryptonite being his weakness, which we all know that's gonna happen. But it's just like,
Right.
oh my god, like that is freaking terrible, man.
And there's plenty of it, because he turned like a whole giant crystal in that ship into pure kryptonite. So
Yeah.
there's definitely more of it. So Lex Luthor can't wait, right? We know that's
Hmm.
probably going to happen. But I love the fact that Jor-El, that was Jor-El, with the eye patch and everything. I think one thing I like about this, I think that the writers of this were like, Invincible's really kind of fucking taken the Superman mythos and made it awful. So we're gonna take the Invincible mythos and kind of, we're gonna use the same, because I mean you got to think about it. Superman Goku was inspired by Superman, right?
Hmm.
And so the Superman myth morphed into World Conqueror myth, and then Invincible basically took that and ran with it. As we saw, this has kind of come full circle, where Kryptonians weren't from a dying planet, and he's the only one left, but they are in fact world conquerors, and a certain someone who they didn't name, but we know who the fuck he is leading the Kryptonians across dimensions to conquer worlds. And so it's kind of taking that same, that story, and making Clark the Invincible, so to speak, of the story. And I do enjoy that, but I mean I know there's a lot of similarities there, to that particular story. And I like that Jor-El is essentially Nolan. Is that fair to say? Would you call that?
I won't say he's Nolan actually.
Well,
Like
he's no, or either he's Nolan, or he somehow, got Clark to this planet away from the other Kryptonians.
I'll say he's Bardock.
Oh,
If
that's even better. That's a good one.
I'll say, yeah, he's in my opinion, he's more of like Bardock. He's
Hmm.
more of like, he realizes what's happening is wrong, and he's looking at it like, you know what? I think this is where it stops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
And he made sure
like
to
you said,
bonk. He made sure to bonk Clark on the head so he'd forget about wanting to be.
a conqueror. Because
Yeah.
you got a point there because it's something
Oh
that like.
shit! That just made me think of something. That
Mhm.
explains why the Council of Loises exist. Because
Yeah,
the Kryptonian warrior that they don't name, that we totally know who the fuck he is he's not just he's working multiversally. So all of the Ultraman and all of those alternate evil Superman are probably from this cross universe Kryptonian conquering civilization. So
yeah.
all of those
Those
alternate
are the Superman
Superman. Oh my
that
god,
didn't
why did
bonk
I
their
not think
head.
about that? Wow.
And then don't forget who's that motherfucker right next to them too.
Oh yeah. Oh, we've already well into spoilers. Fucking Brainiac. Oh,
Exactly.
but here's the thing. Brainiac isn't even in charge. Usually Brainiac is Superman's worst fucking villain besides like Darkseid or something, right? No.
Mm-hmm.
He is second in command. He's the do boy for who we know. What do you call him? The Giga Chad?
Yep.
Is that what I is that who we know?
Where
They
did
didn't
you learn
say
how to fight on a farm?
the Giga Chad. He said they will kneel, and anybody that didn't understand that is Zod, okay, I'll give you a pass if you don't really know Superman that well. I'll give you a pass. But if you've seen Man of Steel, you know what you got to do when you find you're up at Zod. You either doing one thing, you're dying, or you're doing what? You're gonna kneel before
Yep.
Zod. And he had that badass armor suit. This shit is about to go off next season. They are, man. This shit was so fucking good. Like, like anyone who watched the first two episodes and like, this is just gonna be some cutesy anime bullshit. This ain't real Superman. Man, if you didn't wait till episode 10, you missed out. Cause this
Yep.
shit went off. Like, oh man, it's so good. I love this Superman. Like, I love this show. I love this portrayal of Superman. I love that Jimmy Olsen is now rich because he got social media rich. I love. There's nothing. Hell, I loved the fucking romance between Clark and Lois. Like I was standing them so hard in this series. So like there's nothing bad about this last episode except that it's episode 10 and I want like 5 more of these. That's the only thing bad about it. So
I do not disagree.
this is great. I can't wait for season 2 hopefully next year. So anyway, I think that's all of our thoughts on this. We're just waiting for Zod to come and subjugate the Earth, and then for Superman to just beat his ass after getting his ass whooped pretty bad. So that's all of our thoughts. But what did you guys think about it? What did you think about what we had to say? Get down to the comments section, leave your thoughts there. And of course, you can always hit us up, supernotfunnyshow@gmail.com or at supernotfunnys1 on Twitter. And do us a favor, get down there, hit like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. All that good stuff helps to grow this channel, helps for more people to see these videos. All right, thanks for joining us. Go check out our channel. We got plenty more reviews, and of course, we got a podcast. You can check out all that stuff. We really appreciate it. Till then, I've been Mo, your commenter extraordinaire on all things pop culture, joined by the anime expert, video game designer, and lover of all things superhero, my good friend Lottie. And we'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace.
Peace.